Okay guys, you've seen us do Stitch Fix and you've seen us do Trunk Club. In today's episode, we compare the two head to head, and it starts right now. Hi guys, Sydney Supposedly Chic. You've seen us do Stitch Fix, you've seen us do Trunk Club. This episode we're going to do Stitch Fix Trunk Club head to head. What that means for you is we're going to talk about both of our shipments, our fix and our trunk, what our expectations were they fulfilled or not, and we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive as to the differences specifically between Trunk Club and Stitch Fix that will allow you to make your best decision as far as if you choose one, which one would be best for you. As you guys know from my previous videos, Stitch Fix for the longest time was my only clothing subscription line, and I got it every single month. In fact, this fix was fix number 19 for me. Stitch Fix sends you 5 items. We're going to look at those 5 items right now and sort of recap what we kept. First and foremost is this necklace that I have on right now, which is the shiny coin pendant. We got the off-the-shoulder top. We got the ruffle overlay blouse in white. We got a wrap style long sleeve shirt. And then we got an elastic waist midi skirt. Okay, so let's start with what Stitch Fix knows about me. Okay, 19 fixes, you guys. Every time you keep or send back an item for Stitch Fix, you give them feedback. You tell them why you're keeping it, why you're sending it back, and what you did or did not like about it. They use that information every single month to, in theory, sort of hone in on your exact style and what you want to take chances on, where you're comfortable at. I can tell you right now from the get-go, elastic skirts were never in my repertoire, okay, elastic band skirts. So that for me was very disappointing for Stitch Fix. We've talked about, you know, they have my measurements, they know what I feel my problem areas are. That was kind of a swing and a miss, to be honest with you. The other tops were all awesome. I did ask them for color, just like I asked for Trunk Club. And the skirt was color, but again, we got a black, we got a white, and we got one item that had color. So where we are with Stitch Fix is the skirt is going back, the white shirt I think is going back. Looking at kind of what we call the dailies, you know, looking at the video we did for Stitch Fix, I'm just not really happy with how it looks on me, so I will probably send that back. These two we're keeping, and the necklace that we're keeping. Next month's Stitch, I'm going to ask her for a little more color. Go back and ask her about the jeans, because if you recall from last month's Stitch Fix, they sent us a really cute pair of frayed hem jeans that I didn't like the fit. Asked for another option on that, got no jeans today. In fact, I got an elastic waist skirt. So that's what we're going to ask for this month. We're going to try one more time to ask for a necklace that matches, and again, more color. So stay tuned. We will actually post a video next month when we get that fix in, and we'll see how well they've done. Now, let's talk about Trunk Club. As we talked in our previous videos, Trunk Club is dramatically different than Stitch Fix in the fact that, first of all, they give you double the pieces. They're all Nordstrom's brand. And there's a different way that you select and decide if you're going to keep or return, and we'll talk about that in a minute when we kind of do the head-to-head as far as their processes and procedures. But let's talk about what we got for Trunk Club. This was my second trunk, so they don't have as much data on me as Stitch Fix does. When we sent back the items we didn't keep in our trunk, what we asked for was the perfect pair of black jeans, a bigger purse, pops of color. Okay, so again, my first complaint with my Trunk Club shipment is there is no pop of color. Everything in here is a neutral, and I gave it a little bit of a pass on this blue in the Trunk Club video. If this is the best you can do with color, I'm not feeling really confident. The other thing that really sort of ticked me off on my Trunk Club is, I've talked actually in my past Stitch Fix video, is that sort of how they hone down on your likes and styles. They send stuff that they think are specifically tailored for you, as opposed to like, here are the top 5 selling items for Stitch Fix. I kind of feel like with Trunk Club, I got like the top 5 items, or maybe like, God, throw this item in the trunk, maybe this chick will buy it because no one's buying it type of products. Because I know I've bashed this damn sweater so much, but I was thinking, we went to dinner last night, I've done a couple things, gone out different places, and I kept looking at women trying to figure out who this would look good on. Guys, I couldn't come up with an answer. So this doesn't feel like it fits my style at all. So why it doesn't fit my age group, it doesn't fit what I told her I did for a living, it doesn't fit the climate that I live in. it doesn't fit with any of the styling that I asked, or that I guess I've asked and shared through this experience. So this concerns me that what are my next trunks going to look like, right? The linen jacket got a pass, but again, we talked about it being so big. Again, they also have my measurements, so aren't they going to sort of know? I looked at the Nordstrom's website for this sweater, and of course, for this linen jacket. And of course, on the Nordstrom's website, they're all, size 0, 92 pounds. But it didn't fit her this big. It fit her very fitted, like how I wanted this to fit. So, is there that much of a size discrepancy? And when we talk about size discrepancy, let's talk about the black jeans. These are exactly the same size jeans. I measured from the button down to what they call the crotch seam. I didn't make it up, they did. And they are the same length. Okay, so the actual styling and the rise and everything are the same. So why is one pair so uncomfortable and almost, girls, you know what I'm talking about, sort of suck your stomach in to get the zipper up, and one fits perfectly? That is not a Nordstrom's problem. That really is more a women's fashion global problem. But someday we'll get to the fact that, a size is a size. No matter what manufacturer you buy, no matter what store you shop at, you can walk in and say, this is the size I wear. All right, I think I'm done ranting about Nordstrom's sizes and styles. So I think we've talked about both of the clothes. No, actually, guys, I am missing one important piece that, quite honestly, I think bothers me the most about Trunk Club. Give me 1 second and we're going to talk about it. Okay, guys, the most heartbreaking moments of both of my Trunk Club unboxings were the purses. Guys, I'm kind of a purse freak, right? I love purses, and I really love nice purses. And I wanted to love these two, as well as I wanted to love the one that I got last month in our first trunk. But I don't think that this, as compared to all of these different clothing options, sleeves, style, color, size, it's that hard to get it right. Again, like I mentioned in the Trunk Club video, I got a medium-sized purse, which they call a medium interior capacity. I asked for larger, this trunk, and I got 2 smaller ones. And it kind of breaks my heart to send these back because, God, guys, I love them. I really want a nice black purse that's my size. And again, I could probably drive to Nordstrom's and get them, but that kind of takes the fun out of the Trunk Club. The cool thing about Trunk Club and Stitch Fix is it's kind of new and exciting, and it's like Christmas for me every month when I get to open up and find new stuff. That's what this feels like. It's like the worst Christmas present ever. So, okay, I think I'm done ranting about purses. Now, let's talk just for a few minutes about the processes and procedures that make Stitch Fix and Trunk Club unique and how to help you pick the right one for you. All right, so now let's talk about the details of Stitch Fix and Trunk Club. Compare the two and again, help you guys decide what's best for you. Out of the gate, I want to talk price and budget, okay? On my Stitch Fix for this month, not one item is over $100. On my Nordstrom's Trunk Club, there are 3 items out of 10 that are under $100. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're talking about budget. If you are good with spending $149 or $198 on a pair of jeans, then obviously you're going to get the best quality, you're going to get awesome choices and selections, but you're going to pay the price. The quality with Nordstrom's is always phenomenal. Stitch Fix is as well, but there's a lot of really cool Nordstrom's perks that you get that you don't necessarily get with Stitch Fix. So that is one plus on the Trunk Club side. My first month's video for Trunk Club, they had these really cute pair of UGG booties, but they were the wrong color. I ultimately decided I didn't need another pair of those shoes, but I could have driven 20 minutes away to my local Nordstrom's and grabbed that pair of shoes had I really wanted them. Can't do that with Stitch Fix. In fact, the pair of jeans that I wore in my first Stitch Fix video, and I told you guys how I love them and I live in them, I actually went back to Stitch Fix and said, how can I get more of these? How can I get these in a different color, a different jean finish? And it almost was like they only made a certain amount of those jeans for the Stitch Fix specifically and nowhere else. So that's kind of a bummer. I talked about how in love I am with this top, and again, I went on the Nordstrom's website. I could buy 3 of these if I wanted, the exact same color, so when one wears out, I just, have another one. But I can also get them in different colors. So that is a huge advantage for Trunk Club being a Nordstrom's brand, is that if I really love something or if something's just a little bit off size, I can run to my Nordstrom store, or I can go to Nordstroms.com and I can exchange it and get the right size. With Stitch Fix, again, I've been doing it's my 19th fix. I have been able to exchange something for a different size or a different color twice, and I've probably tried about 10 times. Stitch Fix is a little more affordable, but they also they're brands, but they're brands you might not have heard of. You know what I mean? I've got here Kate Spade, I've got Michael Kors, I've got J. Crew. Those are all like names and brands that everybody knows. And let me just sort of throw out right here that I am not a brand girl. Okay, I don't have Chanel sunglasses, and I do have a Michael Kors purse, but honestly it's because I like the purse. So in fact, I just realized yesterday, I call these Vince Cavuto shoes, and they're actually Vince Camuto. So you see, I am not a brand follower. So Stitch Fix works great for me. I don't look at it and go, gosh, I really love this top, but it doesn't have a, I don't know, something emblem on it, you know. So brand names, if you're looking for specific brands and that's important to you, then Trunk Club is the way to go. If you're looking for a little more of a reasonable budget for sort of a monthly clothing subscription, Stitch Fix is probably best for you. Trunk Club sends you at least 10 items, and you can keep them all, keep none, keep one. You do have a styling fee of $25 that is credited towards your purchase should you keep any of these items. With Stitch Fix, you have a $20 styling fee that gets credited towards your purchase. You also have a 25% off if you keep all 5 items as an incentive to buy the whole thing. So you don't get any kind of discount with Trunk Club. You get a 25% discount with Stitch Fix as long as you keep all of the items. So again, if we're talking budget, we're talking dollars, if you like everything you got in your fix and you sort of, you know, dial down with your stylist to get your exact style, you get a pretty good deal with the Stitch Fix. Again, none of my items in this fix were over $100. The total stitch was $252. And with the buy all discount, it took $63 off. So I could have gotten the necklace and those 4 pieces for $169. I am not going to add up the total on Trunk Club, but I will tell you that for some reason I loved every single item in this Trunk Club and I bought it. It is well over $1,000. Okay, so that's probably the biggest difference between the two. That and the fact that you get more items with Trunk Club that you can or can't keep. The other thing about Trunk Club, and we talked about it a little bit with this second episode, was I was able to say, send me 2 pairs of jeans, send me 2 purses, send me 2 different pairs of shoes, and my stylist knows I'm not going to keep both pairs of jeans, I'm not going to keep both purses. So she's sending stuff knowing that at least half of it is coming back. So that's kind of the cool thing about Trunk Club, is sort of that pressure is off, that you don't feel inclined to keep something, where again, Stitch Fix, because they have that 25% incentive if you buy all 5, again, I talked about it on my Stitch Fix. I kept trying to figure out how to make this skirt work because it's like I'm getting it for free. I'm getting $63 off for my credit, and this isn't even $63. But there are times where you just have to sort of be real with yourself and realize that as much as you love a piece, it's never going to work for you. So guys, that in a nutshell are the difference between Stitch Fix and Trunk Club. You can actually, depending on regardless of your budget, you can go for both, because you can go through Trunk Club and pick one item and keep it. You can go through Stitch Fix and pick all 5 and get your 25%. The only thing that I need to keep in mind for you is that every month you will get these fixes in this trunk unless you go online and actually say skip or stop or change your rate of delivery. So don't do that, because the worst thing that you can get is a fix that you weren't prepared for, or a huge trunk at your door. So guys, that I believe is sort of the highlights of what the differences are between the 2 services. Again, I love them both for different reasons, and we're going to continue to sort of tweak our fixes and our trunks with our stylists and get them more dialed in, and you're going to see that because we're going to do this video here every month. So if you have not already, hit the subscribe button. If you don't do that, you will miss what's coming next, and you don't want to miss that. Also, please like and share this episode. There's a link down below for both Stitch Fix and Trunk Club where you can get a discount. That discount code can be replicated 100 different times, so you can share with all of your friends, and you guys can have, like, I don't know, a big Trunk Club unveiling party, and everybody hangs out and sees what works. Also, please comment on this episode. Let me know if you sort of like the head-to-head, if you liked having the Stitch Fix and the Trunk Club sort of come out, you know, one way after the other, because that seems like that's where our calendar for our deliveries are going, and we can change them or tweak them if that would be more beneficial to the community. So guys, Until next time, this is Cindy at Supposedly Chic, and make it a good one.